Well, for the most part.
I think
Okay, good evening, everybody. I'm going to call the Village of Mount Sterling Council meeting for April 8th, 2024 to order. May we have a roll call, please?
David?
Here.
Bill?
Here?
Craig?
Here.
Becky?
Here.
Ross?
Here.
Joyce?
Here.
All's present.
All right, thank you. David?
Lord, thank you again for a beautiful day you provided for us, Lord. You showed your power today with the eclipse. Only you, Lord, could do something like that. And Lord, be with our village tonight, and also our council and our mayor and our law enforcement and fire department. And Lord, touch the ones that are not feeling well tonight with your healing hand and in our great country. In our wonderful, wonderful name of Jesus, amen.
I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
May I please have a motion to approve the council meeting minutes from March 25th and a safety block watch work session held on March 22nd?
Had that motion.
Thank you. Is there a second, please?
I'll second.
All right, thank you.
David? Bill? Okay, roll call. David?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes.
Craig?
Yes.
Becky?
Yep.
Ross?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
All right, Mayor's report, my remarks will be brief this evening. I come to you super excited about how today's event went off. It went off very safely in the village, and everyone, by all accounts, had a great time. It's just one of those magical events that, you know, it sometimes only does happen once, literally in a lifetime. So the fact that it happened so close here in our village is really kind of cool, and that everyone was able to participate, young and old, that really, really means a lot. And the fact that it was done so safely was fantastic. And I didn't see a number of welding helmets being used, but you know, whatever, you do what you can to get by. They do work. I actually own one myself, and I did not have a pair of glasses, so that's what I used. And in a disheartening note, I will say that I was very disappointed to hear that the incidence of graffiti in the village has increased here in the spring. These are defacings of what I think are town landmarks, and it just are tremendously, tremendously disappointing when the dollars used to fix that will take away from either food or from food pantry or from educational programming. And it's sad on every level. So I encourage everyone to dig in, volunteer, and let's make this right. And on that note, I will let our pro tem have a few words and a report.
Thank you. I don't have a lot. I just want to remind everyone that we are going to be getting a new website, hopefully in May, I think is the target time frame. I want to encourage each and every resident to please check the village website for any additions, deletions, cancellations, updates. It pretty much has everything that you could possibly want on there on the first page. I would check that before you call into town hall. It's not that they don't want to help you, it's just sometimes, you know, you have to leave a message and they have to get back to you. So I just wanted to remind everyone, we have a great website, only to get an amazing one here real soon. So I would just check that if you have any questions about anything.
Wonderful. All right, we're looking forward to standing that thing up, brand new and up as well. We have no public comment or visitors tonight. We have no executive session, so we'll go directly to the Sheriff's Department. Would one of our council members on either end please lend their microphone?
Jack, please step forward.
Give me a minute, I'm old. All right, you got the nature report there in front of you. If you notice, this is from February 26th. I wasn't able, Matt was on vacation one week, and then the following one, I wasn't able to be here. So that brings us all the way up to April 8th, which is today. Does anybody have any questions on it?
Well, I would say, how do you feel it went today?
It went great.
Pretty good?
I was going to get into that.
Oh,
yes.
okay, I'm sorry, go ahead.
they
Sorry to
wouldn't
steal your
hear the
thunder. No, yeah.
Huh?
They have anywhere near the turnout that they was expecting as far as
The
traffic?
northern part of the county had a tremendous turnout. The traffic that was even further north coming back through the county, venturing all the way down. Who was I telling? We had people, Galpolis,
Wow.
Chillicothe, out at our park today watching it, so.
Yeah, I really give you guys a lot of credit. This is just for the public's benefit. This has been a project that's been in planning between our county emergency management, the sheriff's office, and also Tri-County, and of course, all municipalities for 18 months to 2 years. So we know it's going to happen, so that's the cool part. The plan is, how do you plan around an unknown volume of people, and how do you plan around what they're going to do, right? So it's a big deal.
Yeah, we called in second shift early, first shift had to stay over, so I got an hour break before I could
Got back right to work again, yeah.
I mean, no big deal, but in the southern half of the county, everything went very good, no problems, no traffic tie-ups.
We like it.
Stick.
We like it.
Good.
I don't know if you guys saw a couple weeks ago, but our sign trailer was back. We had to move it because of the solar traffic. So it will be back, and it's gonna go on this traffic light. And then once it disappears, you're gonna see quite a bit of enforcement action between the two lights.
Okay, good deal.
So just keep that in mind. You're not gonna be shocked when you see red and blue lights quite often, so.
Good,
Please
thank
put
you.
us on the rotation for the signs. I got a lot of really positive feedback. People who come through, who don't necessarily live in town, but come through here, on their way to work someplace else, they get a gentle reminder.
Yes.
Little poke, little
Yeah,
gentle
well, they're-
reminder that
they're-
you need to stop. And stop actually does mean stop.
Absolutely.
And then they're gonna get a wake-up call here real soon, if
Good
they
deal.
don't.
Good deal.
Good. Thank you.
Anybody have any questions?
Just
All right.
think, Jack, in 20 more years, we can do it all again at the Eclipse.
Well, Dave, that's gonna be you. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be by myself then.
Thank you, Jack. I appreciate that. Okay, we have no law director, building and zoning, we do not have, not met, so fiscal officer. We had a big packet this week, didn't we?
You did. A lot of that with legislation, you guys will be voting upon tonight. I don't have anything to report. We're so early in this, month that your, bank reconciliation will be at your next meeting to be approved. Again, we're starting into now the second quarter of the year. We've gone through the first one. I believe, Joyce will have a few things to report, from the finance meeting. I did not receive any comments, questions, or concerns from anybody on council, so if you guys have any questions, again, please reach out to me, please email me, call me, text me.
OhioCheckbook.gov.
Yep, ohiocheckbook.gov is always updated. You can see that on there. It's been updated since, I wanna say January, when the year was closed. So if anybody has any questions, concerns, please let me know. So with that said, if I can get a motion for the approval of the appropriation status report, the revenue status report, the receipt listing report, the payment listing report, the comparison of budget and appropriated report, the cash summary by fund report, and the reader report.
Is there a motion, please?
Got that motion? Second.
Okay.
David was first, and then Craig second. I seen a hand over here.
We-
Okay. I did see a hand. Okay, so I have David and Craig. Roll call. Bill?
Yes.
Craig?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Okay, so I have two pieces of documentation for you all to sign, please, and I will pass it around. And I am done with my report.
All right, committee reports, finance. Joyce.
We met April 3rd, and I am very pleased to say that we got a good report from our fiscal officer that expenditures are down. We were a little concerned last month. It kind of seemed like we got hit really hard in that quarter. So it's nice to know that things are back down where they should be. Sorry. The committee also made a recommendation to council to submit submit legislation to apply for a low-limit credit card. We're gonna do this on 3 readings, no rush. The credit card will be in the village's name, and it will be kept locked at all times. So there are vendors that we use, and I believe Staples is one of the main ones. They, you know, they don't take checks anymore. They want, you know, credit card or a debit card. So we don't want to move our business elsewhere, is my understanding. Is that correct, Courtney?
Yes, but it also helps in, this is something that I've been passionate for quite some time, because there are some vendors that we can get things at a cheaper
Sure.
expense.
Sure.
So it's also for the ability for the village to get things at a cheaper cost.
Opens up other suppliers.
It does.
Other vendors, yeah.
And again, I want to reiterate, it will be a very low limit, okay? So there's not going to be any $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 floating around for anybody to get a hold of. So we're
I
going
think
to,
it's very important also that they will not be issued to individuals.
no, it's
So
just
the
a
mayor does
village.
not get a credit card.
Right,
Fiscal officer doesn't get a credit card. You know, people don't randomly get credit cards, and then all of the expenses are coded. So they fit into buckets, and if they're not pre-authorized, essentially you get locked out.
correct. The last thing I have, well, a couple things. We have, we approved the property insurance. I forgot to write down their name, but it's not necessary. We paid the bills, and our next meeting will be May 1st at 3:30.
Good.
it.
All right, thank you very much. Pleasant Township, David.
We met last Monday, we brought up about the truck stop, it's still up in the air. A lot of discussion about what might happen, what could happen if it gets into Pleasant Township. That was brought up. Talked about, they hired a new man to mow for them this summer, and they also paid the bills. Basically, that was about it.
Can I ask a question of David, please? David, would it be out of the question to maybe at your next meeting, approach the township trustees again in regards to, you know,
Yeah.
what they can do to help, like,
Joyce, I'll bring it up to him.
Yeah, like we did last year?
I definitely will.
yeah, I mean, because we're part of the township as well.
I'd like for us to work together, that's what I've been trying to do.
Absolutely,
It'd be
but,
great.
but up to date,
Okay,
you know, there hasn't been a lot of
I will
commitment
bring
on
it
that.
up at the next
So,
meeting.
If you don't mind.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you.
Okay, squad, Joyce.
Our next meeting will be April 10th at 8:00 p.m.
Okay, great. Fire, Ross.
We had a very short meeting the last time, and we basically just paid the bills, had a couple discussions, and called it a night. Our next meeting will be April 25th and 24th, and I think Craig's going to take my place that night.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Water, wastewater?
We did not have a water and wastewater committee meeting, and let me explain why. We didn't have anything new. We didn't have any updates to anything existing. And in trying to be a good steward of the village residents, taxpayers' money, I don't hold meetings just to sit around and chit-chat. I hold meetings because we have business to attend to. And it just so happened this month we had nothing new on water, so I canceled the meeting. Now, I will say this, if the mayor or any other council members approach me and say we have an issue, I will call a meeting. I don't have a problem doing that. So if there's anything that we need to meet and discuss, please let me know, and we will get that on the calendar.
Thank you. Streets, Bill?
Haven't had a meeting yet this month. We're due for one tomorrow. However, once again, if we don't have nothing new, I see very good possibility of that meeting being canceled.
Okay. Yep. Parks and Recs?
Our next meeting is April 22nd at 6:00.
Okay, so, next go-round. Record retention, David?
We met last Friday at 8 a.m. and went through a lot of documentation. We got a good group of working people there, and it takes time to go through each one. You think you can hurry through it, you gotta go through every page and make sure it's very important and keep and stuff. What I was hoping to find out is something with my great-great-grandpa. I don't think we go that far back. so
I'm
I
not sure.
can't
I'm not
worry
sure
about
something, I'm not sure any of that survived the
Yeah,
fire, but
it's
yeah.
a good working group. We get a lot done, and Courtney's been a lot of help for us, and And we'll be meeting again that first Friday of the next month, too.
Okay, good deal. Thank you. Nuisance.
Yes, we had a meeting tonight at 6 o'clock, and future meetings are going to be at 6:30 on the second Monday of the month. So the next meeting will be May 13th.
Okay, thank you.
And again, if anyone has anything they want to get on the community cleanup list, you can call in Town Hall, you can call the Nazarene Church and get on a list. And that's May 3rd through the 5th.
Coming up, actually, not far. Okay, safety block watch.
Well, the meeting consisted of a meeting with the sheriff over the contract, which we'll be dealing with tonight, so that's all I've got on that.
Okay. Planning, Joyce.
I wanted to let council know that we did receive a resignation from Chief Taylor with all of his other commitments with the fire and squad. He felt it best at this time if he stepped down. So I am looking for someone to fill his seat. If anyone is interested in being on the planning committee, normally we meet on the last Thursday of each month as needed. So we won't be meeting this month.
Last Tuesday.
Did I say, what I say, Thursday?
Last Tuesday.
It's last Tuesday, thank you. So, as you all know, if West Jeff zoning doesn't have anything to bring forward to us, we won't be meeting. So, you will be notified.
Thank you. Zoning, Ross.
Our meeting was combined with the planning meeting at the same time, so
Okay.
the only thing we talked about was a public hearing format, which they discussed or told us about and gave us some literature for it.
Okay, perfect. All right, tree beautification.
Yes, we have a meeting tomorrow at 1 o'clock. It was originally scheduled for today at 1, but because of the eclipse, everybody decided there's a lot of traveling going on. We moved it back to tomorrow. So, as I mention every month, and now the time is very near, the third graders from Madison Plains will be coming out on April the 19th. That's a Friday, and they will be helping plant 2 trees at Mason Park, and then they will go watch the Lorax and have pizza and snacks at the community center. And then the following day, April the 20th, a new event. We are giving away trees and large shrubbery. Now these are just little saplings, but we ordered 500 of them. So we would love community members to come, and you can get up to 5 apiece. You can beautify your yard or an area near you. So we encourage you, and that is Saturday, April the 20th from 10 to noon on Town Hall lawn. And yep. And then May, I mentioned this before too, we will be becoming an official tree city. We'll be going to a big ceremony, and we will become a tree city. So that'll be real exciting, and we'll have signs for the community and things, and make a lot of future plans for beautification of the community. That's all.
Okay, good deal. All right, we're now turning to ordinances and resolutions tonight. First one is Resolution 2024-03.
All right, this is resolution 2024-03. A resolution authorizing the mayor or his designee to execute an agreement with IGS for technical services to reduce utility cost. Again, this is for the facilities within the village, not residential. And
Right.
this will be on the third reading.
Okay, may I have a motion, please, to place it on the third reading?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Okay, thank you, Ross.
Bill, Ross?
Yeah,
Okay. David?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes?
Craig?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
all right. May I please have a motion to approve the legislation then?
You have that motion?
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you.
David? Ross?
Mhm.
Okay, Bill?
Yes?
Craig?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Okay, resolution 2024-03 is passed.
All right. We have Resolution 2024-05.
All right, this is a resolution authorizing the mayor or his designee to execute a renewal of the village's property and liability insurance. This is on the first reading.
May I
Have
have
that
a
motion?
Thank you, David. Is there a
Second.
second? Thank you, Joyce.
David, Joyce? Okay, Craig?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes?
Passes on first
Passes
reading.
on the first reading.
All right, Resolution 2024-06.
Which is a resolution authorizing the mayor or his designee to contract with the Madison County Sheriff's Department for the, wait, hold on, I'm on the wrong one.
There we go. 06.
I apologize.
Let's rewind.
2024-06. A resolution to adopting a credit card policy, and this is on the first reading.
Okay, may I have a motion for that, please?
Yes.
Thank you, Ross. Is there a
I'll
second?
second.
Thank you, David.
Sorry about that. Okay,
No,
so
you're
that
fine.
was Ross, David. Roll call. Becky?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes.
Craig?
Yes.
Okay, resolution 2024-06 is passed on the first reading.
Okay, and then we're to Resolution 2024-07, which is where you were going next.
Yep, a resolution authorizing the mayor or his designee to contract with the Madison County Sheriff's Department for the law enforcement services, and this is on the first reading.
Discussion?
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to because I have had community members ask me about this. I just wanted to point out a few things of our new contract. Firstly, I know there was a recommendation that came to council to put this on tonight for reading, but I also wanted to point out, just so the public has the information, that our 2024 contract is $273,732.32. According to our new contract, for 2025, 26, and 27, we will have a 10% increase, which will make it $301,105.55. I know I encouraged everyone to take a good hard look at that 10% increase because we are pretty financially strapped and always cutting, trying to cut things to pay for something else. But the language that immediately follows that in the new contract, which even bothers me more than that, is that this still includes a possible 5% increase annually. Even though in the contract it says 10% increase will happen for the remainder of the contract. Then a line or so later it says it still includes a possible 5% increase annually. So that could be up to another $15,000 annually that could be added on. And I just wanted to make sure it was clear that is it one or the other. Hopefully it's not both.
I read the plain reading of the contract, so.
I'm sorry?
So I go by the plain reading of the contract. By the way, this is the contract. This is 2020 and this is 2024. The language is identical in both of them. But go ahead. Sorry.
Right, but there was no 10% increase included in any prior to this.
That is because we had not received any increase at all for the prior contract, the whole of the prior contract term. But yes, you are correct.
Okay. And then also, I guess it's just a little disheartening that we went to this meeting and not one other council member had the contract with them. It was specifically about the contract, and not one council member brought a contract. Other
I
than,
have my contract on my phone.
okay, no one had a contract out at the meeting. No one asked for a contract. You have contracts now because they were sent in this council packet. It's just, I want us to always go in good faith and not have predetermined decisions about things. I am perfectly happy with the Sheriff's Department financially. I question the 10% increase. I wish it could be less. And then I question the possibility of another 5% increase every year following this year. So I just wanted to put those things out there so the public knows, and that's all I have.
Okay. May I have a motion to place this on the first reading?
Have that motion?
Oh, I'm sorry, David, and then Craig. Thank you.
David, Craig? Okay, roll call. Ross?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes.
Craig?
Yes.
Becky?
No?
All right.
Okay, motion, resolution for 2024-07 passed in the first reading.
That brings us to roundtable. Would anybody care to share any thoughts on roundtable?
I want to mention on Roundtable, when they had the clips today, I had what they call a Pink Floyd party, and we played Dark Side of the Moon. And it all went, the darker it got, the better. The only thing is hamsters do not like that.
Oh,
So,
well, there you go.
basically, but it didn't get as dark as I thought it would, but it was interesting.
And off of that, David, And I know a couple of you have mentioned it, Jack and Andy, but we did have a great event out at Mason Park. Mount Sterling Eye Care put on a nice event. They had moon pies and
Super event.
and different things, and I bet there were 60 or 80 of us out there enjoying, and all the kids were enjoying the new swings and everything like that. So it was a really great event, and the eye doctor was super excited that they were able to do that. So, and it was a beautiful day.
It was a gorgeous day, and we really, really appreciate anyone who gets involved like that. It makes a huge difference.
And the last thing I have is, and I've brought this up 3 or 4 times, but hiring a village administrator. I feel like we really need to hire a village administrator. We are literally going to get in the weeds here soon if we don't. He's been gone 6 weeks, and I would have hoped we would have posted his position before he left. And I would like to see that we go ahead and post that position. We, a year and a half ago, talked about the salary and the benefit plan and all that. So I don't know why that would change in this short of a time frame. So I would recommend that we post for a village administrator.
Well, I actually was going to call a council work session on this exact subject because I think it's unfortunately warranted. So a little more deeper discussion.
Okay.
So that
Well,
would probably be on for next week, actually. I think it's too soon to do it this week, but I think we can do it next week. We'll need everybody here.
okay. I don't know what's like going on behind the scenes, if we're considering eliminating this position or what we're
Well, it's
considering.
council's choice. It's,
Right,
we're
right.
not considering anything. This is council's choice.
Right,
And I
but-
think that a work session to make sure that everyone has an opportunity to weigh in, just like we would sheriff's contract, is probably a good idea.
Okay. Okay, I just want to, yeah, that's fine. Just point out that, bulk water is starting. Joe and George are going to be absolutely swamped with that. Jeff's going to be busy at the park. This is a terrible time of year not to have a village administrator, so I'll just put that out there.
Have we had any complaints of anything not getting done?
We've had complaints, but not things not getting done.
Okay.
But, yeah.
That would be my only concern. If something is falling through the cracks without having that position filled right away, then I would say certainly, but I do like the idea of having a work session.
Other thoughts for roundtable?
I
Other
want to bring
comments?
up one more thing. April 19th is my birthday, and sometimes I feel like Benjamin Franklin did when the Continental Congress, when you get to be an old timer. Yeah, and my hair's even like Benjamin Franklin. so-
There you go.
Yeah, I guess I will, but birthdays sneak up, and also on which Courtney a happy April.
That's right.
David,
That's right.
you as well.
Is today your birthday?
15.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Tax day. Yep.
Wow.
Begin to hate that day.
Whoa.
David, that's my sister's birthday too, so.
On the same note, April 19th has always been a bad day for me. Now, I don't want to bore you all with the stories but anybody wants to know, I'll tell you.
Heck, yeah. Love a good story.
I do have one more question. Bill, as far as I know, you have moved out of the community, and I was just wondering if and when that council seat is going to be up. I mean, I saw new people moving in
Soon.
today.
I will say soon,
Okay,
very soon.
Anything else for roundtable? All right, on that note, meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Sounds like he-
It is 7:30 on the
I won't
nose.
ask you, but
Oh, no. April 19th, 1974, I wrecked my bike, ended up in critical condition. No, oh my God. April 19th, 1977, I crushed my left elbow.
Oh.
And April 19th,